welcoming you in. Will this be the Dome of Doom tonight, as they call it here, for the visiting team? Wyoming has won 22 in a row in non-conference games. We get ready to tip it off. Wyoming in the home white, Lehigh in the brown, and jumping things up at center court. As we take a look at the starting lineup, Schaefer getting the start tonight, only his third of the year. DeRazio is tied for the team lead in steals. Greiner and Knutson, two of the star players for Lehigh. You might remember them from last year. And it's underway, and on the attack first is the home team. Josh Adams operates outside along with Riley Grabo. Those are the guards. Leonard Washington, Darius Gilmore, and Larry Nance. Gilmore has it out on the wing, a dangerous three-point shooter. Washington straight away, first shot of the game, not there. And the rebound by Holden Greiner. Greiner leads the team in block shots and is also the leading rebounder on this club. Gilmore out front, drops it down low. Wyoming clears out again. Adams, a high school star from Parker, Colorado, a true freshman who has earned many more minutes than even the coaching staff was expecting this year and has contributed well down the stretch, averaging just under 7 points a game. Nance has it out on high, on the weave. It's Adams coming around. They work it inside Nance. Not there, but he draws the foul, and it's on Knutson inside.
And
Lehigh foul, 40.
And there's the starters for the Cowboys. Gilmore is a threat from outside. And Grabo and Adams, two young men in the backcourt. Nance, six-man last year, has been a star for them this season. And there you look at Larry Chiat, who has returned after a stint in Clemson and assistant coach at Florida. He was here back in the late 90s at Wyoming, now back in his third year of helming this program. And there you see at the free throw line, Larry Nance Jr., a 6'8 sophomore, Akron, Ohio, 73% free throw shooter. He gets Wyoming on the board.
And we saw a great dish inside there to Nance, Kenny, and that's exactly what Wyoming wants to do today. They like to play inside out. Washington and Nance, obviously the first two options every time down the floor.
Knutson, leading scorer on the team, takes it up. Left-hander shot won't go, and it's cleared out by Washington, who leads the team in everything almost. Rebound, scoring, block shots, pass whipped inside. Nance, not there, cleared out. Here's DeRazio running the other way for Lehigh. Schaefer on the right side, gives it back out to Greiner. Greiner is a hybrid player. You'll see him from the perimeter. You'll see him work inside as well.
First couple times down that Lehigh has come down the floor, they've gotten two good looks inside. So even though they haven't fallen, I've liked the strategy so far.
DeRazio's shot won't go, tipped outside. Goldsboro battling for it, comes up with it, nice hustle. Schaefer has it out on the side, now goes down under. Knutson has it stripped away. Steal is made in there by Wyoming, and here they come. Josh Adams for the Cowboys. Backs off beautifully, puts up the three and hits it.
He's a big-time offensive threat. He's a big-time player. When they need a big shot, getting untracked early is key for the Cowboys.
Adams not expected to play much this season, but he has moved into the starting row, a true freshman from Parker, Colorado, where he was a high school sensation in the state. And he moved into the starting lineup this year and has done great for this team after Luke Martinez was suspended early on in the season after they started off at 13-0. Back to action inside. Shot is good by Corey Schaefer. Schaefer making just his third start of the year. He's played in every game. The sophomore from Johnston, Iowa, getting the start tonight because Mackie McKnight, one of the regular starters, was late for a team meeting today, so he doesn't get starting nod. Instead, he will come in later.
Yeah, we expect to see a lot of McKnight tonight, but Schaefer, very good offensively.
Riley Grabo, 6'2 sophomore from Boulder, Colorado, puts up the three, and Wyoming up by 5 early.
And this is big for Wyoming. They have really struggled offensively late in the season to come out really scorching hot so far. A good start for the Cowboys.
Knutson down low, works against Nance. Backs in, nice little drop step and puts it through. Knutson averaging just under 14, gets his first two.
Yeah, a couple of times now, Knutson's been able to get that drop step to get free from Nance. That time he converted.
Right back is Darius Gilmore, the 5'10 senior from Baltimore, leads the club in assists, averages a dozen on the season, one of 3 starters in double figures.
And the torrid shooting continues for the Wyoming Cowboys.
This is a little different than expected. Wyoming generally a slower paced team. It's Lehigh that leads the Patriot League in scoring, that's averaging over 73 a game. Schaefer out front, shot just off the mark. And the rebound cleared by Derek Cook Jr. now in the lineup for Wyoming.
So far, really nothing on the offensive glass for either team. It's been one up, and that's it. One shot up for both teams.
Of course, they haven't needed a second shot. Gilmore hits again from outside. He has 5, and Wyoming's up 12-4. Wyoming doesn't have to worry about rebounding on the offensive end.
No, they don't. And Coach Reed showing a lot of confidence in this senior-laden team, not calling for the early timeout, going to let them play through this early run by Wyoming.
Griner out front. He's guarded by Adams. Holden Griner, one of the stars from last year, second on the club in scoring. Leads the team in rebounding, gives it out to Knutson. They're the seniors that lead this club. Knutson drives in. Shot is blocked, but a foul is called. Right there was Cook. And Cook's in there along with Nance. So we have a stop in the action early on. The Cowboys are smoking 12-4.
There's so much to like about this Buick LaCrosse. Sophisticated styling, fresh technology, and 36 MPG highway. Like I said, the last time I hit 2 consecutive free throws, wow, that's a lot more than I expected. If you don't know the luxurious yet fuel-efficient LaCrosse, you don't know Buick.
Lease this EPA-estimated 36 highway MPG LaCrosse with 2 years of scheduled maintenance for around $299 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Hi, I'm Joe Theismann, and after every broadcast, I'd have to race to the closest bathroom because my aging prostate was really giving me fits. I was having the same problem as a lot of guys over 50. Fortunately, I found Super Beta Prostate and even got a free bottle. Now I don't have to go to the bathroom as often, and I usually sleep through the night. It would take 100 saw palmetto capsules to get the same amount of beta-cytosterol as it would from just one Super Beta Prostate tablet.
Call 1-800-681-1019. The College Basketball Invitational is brought to you by the all-new Buick Encore. The next big thing in luxury is small.
Wyoming hot so far, 3 for 3 from three-point range, including Darius Gilmore, who is perfect 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Wyoming on an 8-2 run over the last 146, and they lead it 12-4. Well, these teams are separated by 1,728 miles from Laramie, Wyoming to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And the elevation, whoa, that is one of the things that Brett Reed, the coach of Lehigh, talking about. How would his team handle that? And you see the undergrad enrollment just over 9,700 here in Wyoming, over 4,700 at Lehigh. Both schools with a lot of history. We'll talk later on about some of the noted alum and basketball history being made as well as of late under Brett Reed. Lehigh becoming accustomed to continuing to play in March, and the same with Wyoming's Cowboys under Larry Chiat. There you take a look at Reed in his 6th season. Actually, he's Dr. Brett Reed, has his doctor in instructional technology. As we get back to action, and Gabe Knutson, a 68% free throw shooter, puts that one through for Wyoming.
Really have liked the way that Knutson's been attacking the basket when he gets the ball down low. So far, Wyoming has not had an answer for him.
Cowboys up by 7 and with the ball. Darius Gilmore, dangerous from outside. Gives it over to Graybo. Dumps it down low, trying to go to Cook. He has trouble with it, gets it, puts it through. Derek Cook Jr., 6'9" sophomore from Washington, D.C., was a football player in high school, didn't even start playing basketball until he was at a community college and then transferred in here to Wyoming.
Yeah, and Washington on the bench early so far here for Wyoming today. I wonder if maybe he tweaked something on those injuries.
Well, he's had many down the stretch as Knutson backs in, fades, fires, hits.
There's that senior leadership. Just so calm, leads the team in scoring. When you need a big basket, Lehigh's going to look for 42.
They cut the lead in half.
So far, Lehigh staying in that patented man-to-man defense that they run almost exclusively.
Gilmore. Outside, he's guarded by Mackie McKnight. A starter, usually penalized because he missed team meeting this morning, actually was late for it. He is in the lineup now and guarding Gilmore. Gilmore fires it and hits it again. He's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Darius Gilmore is on fire. He has attempted 203 three-pointers this season. That is the third most in a season in school history.
And that was deep, Kenny, falling away. He had Griner right there in his face, and he just drained it, falling away.
Griner drives, no way there. DeRazio takes it, line, lane, hangs, gets the basket, and draws the foul.
They call him Draws. That's his nickname, and Draws came through there. Great penetration. Let's take a look at it. There's the contact from Schaefer. Shots up, gets the shooter's bounce. Just what the doctor ordered for the Mountain Hawks.
DeRazio, 6'2" junior, Camden, New Jersey, goes to the line. 50% free throw shooter, completes the old-fashioned three-point play.
Excuse me, that was Adams, of course, on the foul. My apologies. Larry Nance Jr. back in the game.
Gilmore brings it up. They run the three-guard offense most of the way with Gilmore, Adams, and Graybo. That's Graybo on top. Over to Nance. In the corner, 3 on the way. Adams is strong.
Not able to convert, but great spacing, great ball movement that possession.
On the run, Lehigh. They like that, and especially when they can find Holden Griner open. And Griner nails a 3, his 44th of the year. And Lehigh has trimmed the lead now to 4.
Yeah, that's that perimeter player that we talked about. He's 6'8", 6'9", but he can do that with regularity.
Gilmore has been perfect from beyond the arc in this game. 3 for 3 so far. Cook has it out high. On the weave, Adams. Lehigh on a 6-0 run right now. Griner knocks it away, trying to come in for Cook, and the foul is called on Cook for pushing back. He picks up his first.
His first, 13.
And remember, you can follow us, hashtag AccessCBI on Twitter.
The Cowboys, number 20, Nathan Sobey.
We may even follow you back, I don't know. Nathan Sobey, a 6'4" junior from Australia by way of Cochise Junior College in Arizona, coming in the lineup for the first time now for the Cowboys. And McKnight has it out between the circles. Nice move all the way in, leaves it inside, basket's good, beautiful play. And Conroy Baltimore, 6'6" sophomore from the Bronx, New York, just in the lineup, finishes it off. That's what McKnight does, his 149th assist this season.
Yeah, it was a great penetration by McKnight. The post player was a little late getting over there, but McKnight was able to hold it just long enough to get it in position. And now a turnover on the other end.
While Leonard Washington continues to set out Lehigh on an 8-0 run over the last minute 22. They have trimmed this lead to 2. They can tie it or maybe take the lead on this possession. Griner, good look at a 3 for the lead. Short with it, right to Adams.
Some contact by Nance, no call by the officials out deep. Could have been a 3-point free throw opportunity.
And again, a turnover for Wyoming. 3 times in a row they've done that at the other lane, Lehigh running. Nice fake by Schaefer down the lane, leaves it out for McKnight for a 3 and the lead, and that won't go, and Cook clears. The pace would be to the liking of Lehigh, a team that averages 73 points a game. Wyoming no more for the defense. They give up just 58 points a game. That led the Mountain West this past season. Down low is Nance, up for the jam. Nice feed inside. Larry Nance Jr. converts.
Yeah, great entry pass there, right over the defender's outstretched hands, and then you saw Nance and that athletic ability with a strong finish right to the rim.
So Wyoming stops the Lehigh run. Griner, nice fake inside, gives the pass over to Baltimore, and it's blocked. Good defense. Gilmore works, another 3 and another basket. He has yet to miss from out there.
Yeah, and that is not in the scouting report. No one thought Gilmore was going to get this hot this early. He's on fire.
Well, we talked about the fact that he's willing to put it up. He hasn't hit with consistency this year, but he is ripping it tonight. Answering on the other end is Holden Griner. Both teams hot early now.
Yeah, Griner starting to get untracked from the outside. What a size advantage he has when he gets it on the perimeter. No defender is going to be able to block that shot from 3.
All-Patriot League first-team player this year for Lehigh.
And really stepped up when McCollum went out to take up some of that scoring slack.
Gilmore backs off. Griner's right there. Touch pass from Nance to Cook, and a turnover. Wyoming continues to be hot from outside. Lehigh, though, has fought right back. It's a 4-point difference.
I like this new Buick Verano. It lets me audible.
OnStar, how can I help you?
Orange Barrel, reroute.
Sending new route now.
My friend. Call Papa Bear. Hut, hut.
Hey, Peyton, just fired up the grill.
Tune XM60 Outlaw. If you don't know the innovative Verano, then you don't know Buick.
Lease this 2013 Buick Verano with 2 years of scheduled maintenance for around $199 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Does being over 40 make you feel like half the man you used to be? Introducing Ageless Male, a life-changing supplement for men
tested to help increase testosterone levels.
with over 15 million tablets sold. You owe it to yourself to find out what Ageless Male can do for you. If you would like to experience what taking Ageless Male can feel like,
get Ageless Male now, risk-free. Call 1-800-489-2621.
Welcome back. College Basketball Invitational presented by Buick. The action continues, and it's 22-18. Wyoming is leading Lehigh. At one time, a double-figure lead for the Cowboys, but they got Holden Griner and company getting right back into it with their outside shots as Lehigh making the trek over 1,700 miles to be here, participating once again in the postseason. Brett Reed said that's what his team wants to become known for, playing in March. And one of the reasons, number 20, Holden Griner, he and Gabe Knutson coming up big down the stretch when C.J. McCollum was injured. There's Wyoming, 19 wins this season. They lost a key player very early in the year as well after jumping out to a 13-0 start. And excited to be here. Unfortunately for them, it works out this is also spring break, as it is at many places this time of the year. So not the big student body following that would normally be here for a Wyoming game.
Leonard Washington remains on the bench, and just watching him during that timeout, his body language, I think there's something bothering him right now, Kenny. He's coming off injury, and we'll have to see if we can get a report on that.
Lehigh's Knutson, baseline shot, bounces around, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sobey of Wyoming. Washington, down the stretch, he was injured, had to miss several games. First off, he had a back injury. That may be the issue right now. He also had an ankle injury on top of that. And his team went 1-5 with him out of the lineup. That's how important he is. And he just came back in time for the Mountain West Conference, is not close to being at full strength. Back to action inside. Pass was intended for Conroy Baltimore. Knocked away out of bounds. It will stay with Lehigh.
Yeah, and during that timeout, he was kind of staying away from the huddle and just looked like he was walking a little gingerly to me.
On top, DeRazio, beautiful pass inside to a cutting Knutson, and Gabe Knutson finishes it off. And Lehigh back within 2. Gilmore in front court. He has been hot, perfect from beyond the arc in double figures for the 22nd time this year already. That's tied for first on the team. You see the points in the paint. That's Lehigh's strength. Wyoming tries to go inside to Sobey. It's knocked away, comes back out front. Right now, with Washington out, Tom, Wyoming is not going to match Lehigh in size inside.
No, they absolutely are not.
But they can do that. Darius Gilmore, 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. He has 14 points, and Wyoming leads it by 5.
Yeah, and that is just so lethal.
Knutson backs in again. Spins, deals, shot short.
Didn't like that look. Kind of went in, looked like he was going to go up the left hand, fall away off balance. Not the look I think that Coach Reed was looking for that possession.
Cook on the baseline.
A lot of standing around right now offensively for Wyoming. No motion, not a lot of energy on the offensive side right now. Maybe everybody's just watching to see if Gilmore's going to hit another 3.
Taking all the way inside, it's rejected by Baltimore. And it stays on the Wyoming end. Conroy Baltimore, 6'6" sophomore, elevating for that.
Yeah, nice job inside. Look, there it is, clean right off the glass. Offensive rebound, nothing doing.
And a block from behind by the 6'2" DeRazio as well. Inbounds, Nance. clear to the baseline, and he takes off. It's 7-point lead again for Wyoming.
And that's a good sign, the aggressiveness that Nance has shown. We talked about him being a finesse player. He's showing he can also have that power move. That's 2 dunks now early here in the action.
McKnight, shot short, foul called.
Cowboy foul. Larry Nance.
Yeah, Lehigh caught a break right there. Off balance, not really a very good look on that offensive possession, but they got the foul, and there's Nance. No one behind him as he got away from the defender and went in for the easy flush.
79% free throw shooter. Mackie McKnight averages a dozen on the season. 6-foot junior from New Orleans, not starting tonight. Not a big deal, Coach Reed said. He was just late for the team breakfast, and per their rules, that means you don't start. Some nice minutes by Conroy Baltimore, who goes out of the lineup for Lehigh as Holden Griner comes back in. And also back in number 14, Josh Adams. As you take a look at Conroy Baltimore, a sophomore who hasn't played a lot but has been used more lately, getting a breather now.
Lehigh's left a few points on the board with some missed free throws early on.
They go for the lob to Cook, can't finish it off. Here comes Lehigh.
Everything was perfect there except for the finish.
DeRazio inside, Knutson makes the fake, goes up, takes steps, turnover, Lehigh.
And a timeout.
This is a pace that would favor Lehigh, but it's Wyoming's outside shooting doing the job so far. Cowboys leading it 27-21.
We've all had those moments. When you lost the thing you can't believe you lost. When what you just bought just broke. Or when you have a little trouble a long way from home. As an American Express card member, you can expect some help. But what you might not expect is you can get all this with a prepaid card. Spends like cash, feels like membership.
Every week on Inside MMA, you get the fastest information in the sport.
This is Ultimate Access.
An up-close look at the critical issues.
I don't like the TRT at all.
It should not be allowed.
We're out in the field with correspondents giving you access on the inside.
She's nasty. She's mean.
You get the honest opinion.
His mouth gives him fight.
And live interaction with the experts.
This is Fight Club. We're skilled fighters.
Don't miss Inside MMA, live, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, I'm Cassidy Pope. Don't miss the very special Outnumber Hunger live concert event, coming this April only on Access TV. It takes a big machine to outnumber hunger.
Pistol Pete, a lot to celebrate right now, the Wyoming Cowboys mascot. Wyoming shooting 66% from the field, 85% from three-point range, and led by Darius Gilmore, who has 14 points. That's already 2 above his average, and he's yet to miss. 4 for 4 from three-point range, 5 for 5 overall.
Yeah, you said it a minute ago, Kenny. The pace has absolutely favored Lehigh on paper. But because of Gilmore, Wyoming, without Leonard Washington, their leading scorer, leading rebounder, leading block shot, right now up by 6.
There is Gilmore. He's been the star of the day so far. Riley Graybo operating out front. Again. Amazing.
Yeah, he came off a screen. Beautiful job there by Wyoming to get Gilmore the daylight he needed, and he just stepped back and calmly drained it. He's feeling it right now.
17 points. He is yet to miss from anywhere on the court. At the other end, McKnight kisses it off the glass.
Big points by McKnight. Just seems like the momentum's been all Wyoming here. It's only a 7-point game, but a big response there by Mackie McKnight.
And Wyoming doing this without Leonard Washington in the lineup. Josh Adams works out on the left side. DeRazio is guarding him. Baseline, they try to work it inside. It's kicked by Knutson. Will stay with Wyoming. Wyoming only averages around 60 points a game. This is not their kind of game, but it is right now to be up by 7, but they're not known for a torrid pace.
Yeah, I really thought coming in, if this game got into the high 60s or 70s, it was going to be Lehigh's ball game. Already, though, 30 points for the Wyoming Cowboys.
Gilmore down the lane. Hop, skip, and a jumping for the first time tonight. He misses. Mackey McKnight back in front court. DeRazio has a notion, now takes it in closer. He is guarded by Adams and draws the foul.
Interesting to see if they get that on the shot. He was fouled about 3 times during the drive, and yes, they're gonna, the one they called was when he was going up for the shot. We'll take another look here. Let's see, there's the first foul with the push. The second, he gets hit in the head, and there's the third foul.
And a few steps in there, and now stepping to the line, Anthony DeRazio.
Really took it across the face, so I guess the officials gave him a break with that extra step.
Jack Benz, a 6'1" sophomore, comes into the lineup for the first time for Wyoming. And going out is Josh Adams. Adams sitting down right now. He has 2 personal fouls with still well over 6 minutes to go here in the first half. So they have a starting guard on the bench with 2 fouls and a starting center that appears to have aggravated an old injury.
And right now, really not a whole lot of scoring options on the floor for Wyoming.
Cook inside, can't get it to go, but draws the foul from Knutson.
You got Washington on the bench. You've got Nance on the bench. Gilmore drew 3 brown jerseys that time when he was trying to drive on the left side of the lane, but a nice entry pass, and now going to the line to shoot 2.
Nance, number 22, also there with those 2 personal fouls as well. You look at 00 to the left of your screen. That's Leonard Washington, their do-everything player on offense and defense. He set out most of this first half.
6 minutes, 16 seconds to go here in the first half. How long with this lead will Coach Chiat go without bringing Nance back with the 2 personals?
And wonder about the condition of Washington not being in there at all right now.
Yeah, I think he tweaked his back. That's some of the preliminary reports we're hearing from the sideline. We'll try to firm that up, but I think he's out for the foreseeable future.
Taking it down the lane, McKnight circles all the way around.
Look at the spacing by Lehigh. They really spaced the floor beautifully.
Knutson down low, guarded by Cook. Makes the fake, spins back to his strong hand, the left, uses the offhand, can't get it, follows it again, not there. Cook knocks it out, it stays with Lehigh.
Knutson's looking at the officials, begging for the call. A lot of contact. The officials letting them play inside, but Knutson not backing down, staying with it. Good energy, good possession.
Corey Schaefer back in. Stefan Severgai goes back out after a quick breather for Schaefer.
This is an opportunity for Lehigh. Not a lot of scoring on the floor right now for Wyoming.
Into DeRazio, up with a quick pop, short. Snagged off there by Derek Cook.
Derek Cook has been a presence so far tonight early.
Gilmore cut off by McKnight, gets the screen, now rolling off of it is Sobey.
And McKnight is not going to let Gilmore get away from him.
Graybo in the corner, Benz. Benz screened by Cook out high.
Yeah, Cook was there briefly on the pick and roll. They didn't see him.
Gilmore with 8 seconds on the shot clock, just inside the arc, strong with that, foul on the rebound. And it's going against Cook.
And for the first time, Gilmore shows that he is a mere mortal. He finally misses tonight.
So Cook now has 2 fouls. On the bench already, starting guard Adams with 2, and starting forward Nance with 2, and an injured Washington on the bench as well. So Cook will now go out of the lineup with those 2 personal fouls.
And look at the small lineup. Talk about playing small ball. That's what Wyoming is relegated to right now because of the foul trouble.
Clock didn't start. That appears to be the situation. So they'll reset it and check it out. And to show you the situation now for Wyoming, Austin Halderson, a freshman, 6'9" freshman from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, little used this year, but Halderson is now in the lineup because of so many fouls on his teammates.
Yeah, I think he's the only player on the court that's above 6'4". You've got the two big seniors for Lehigh, Greiner and Knutson. Lehigh's got to look inside right now with this lineup. Just got to pound the ball inside, pound the ball inside. The size advantage is definitely theirs.
The story so far has been Darius Gilmore. He is a scorer. He averages 12 on the season, but he is having close to a career night already. Unstoppable from outside in the early going.
And look just how deep he is. I mean, he's not just barely behind the arc, he's way behind the arc. That is deep long distance, and he is just ripping it at will.
A 5'10 senior from Baltimore, Maryland, came to Wyoming by way of Jones County Junior College in Mississippi.
Well, let's see now if Coach Reed agrees with me, and he's going to try to pound it inside to Greiner and Knutson.
17 for Gilmore. He paces the way here for Wyoming. They have led throughout this game. Lehigh has been able to get to within 2, but not take the lead. And we get ready to get back in action after the clock has been set and fixed. And it appears that they're trying to see about the shot clock. Is it working? We think that it is. The shot clock is all synced up with the game clock again. Durazio and McKnight in backcourt. Knutson working inside along with Greiner and Schaefer. Actually a 3-guard lineup with Schaefer in there for Lehigh. McKnight takes it to baseline, fades, fires, high arcer, will not come off, and the rebound is brought off by Halderson, the 6'9 freshman who is in the lineup because Cook picked up his second personal foul.
Yeah, did not like that shot, falling away off balance. Didn't give an opportunity to look inside.
Taking a look as Gilmore backs off. Benz takes his first shot. Rems out of there, the 16-footer. Greiner clears. Here comes Lehigh. Head pass to Durazio. He looks inside. Will now go up for 3 and hit.
Well, he had an option there inside to Knutson, but he was feeling it. Good decision. And we've got a 2-point game.
His 29th three-pointer of the season. And once again, Lehigh is within a deuce. Follow us on Twitter, #AccessCBI. Riley Graybo on top of, they work it back around. Sobey is in there. The tallest man on the court for them is the little used freshman, 6'9", Halderson. And we have a foul out front that's going on Lehigh. Durazio picks it up.
His first 13.
So Coach Chiat continues to stay with that small lineup, keeps all those players on the bench with the 2 personal fouls.
Corey Goodman comes in, 6'1 senior from Philadelphia, going out Durazio, who just picked up his second personal foul. Inbounds is stolen away by McKnight. McKnight the other way. Pulls up inside, Knutson working on the freshman, takes advantage of that and scores. Gabe Knutson.
Yeah, that's there all day for the senior Knutson. Good patience as he really worked for his shot, and when the time he got it off.
And it's tied up as Lehigh's on a 9-0 run. 9 points now for Knutson. Graybo works out high, left side, and draws the foul. Lehigh right back in it, working it inside. Down by double figures. They have tied it at 30.
In the snow-covered hills, well, a landslide will bring it down.
And welcome back inside the huddle of Lehigh. Down at one time by double figures. Wyoming up by 10, leading all the way in this game. And then Lehigh has rallied back to tie it at 30 for the first time. You look at Reed in his 6th season. Brett Reed is the Mountain Hawks head coach. He is already the winningest coach in school history with those 115 victories. And if Lehigh wins tonight, it will be the 1,000th win in program history.
He's just absolutely done a phenomenal job up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. He's put Lehigh back on the national map.
And Wyoming comes out here at home. They've won 22 in a row in non-conference games. But this is a lineup that looks like the kind of lineup you would see in practice, to be honest, at this stage, because so many of the players are either injured right now or in foul trouble, with the exception of that man, Gilmore, who has the ball and is the leading scorer in this game.
Yeah, Mackie McKnight has really put the clamps on him the last 5 minutes of game action.
Grabo is a starter, gives it over to Sobey, who has come in off the bench. They try to go inside, and it's stolen away by Corey Schaefer. Nice move by the sophomore from Johnston, Iowa, who got only his 3rd start of the season tonight. He's played in every game. Griner works it out front. And a turnover, Lehigh. That is their 3rd. Wyoming's committed 6 on the night.
Nice help defense there by Wyoming. They were looking for the pick and roll there to Knutson, but it was picked up nicely by the Cowboys and forced the errant pass.
Jack Bentz, a sophomore, brings it up in front court. He's in there along with Sobey, a junior who also plays sparingly. This man, Gilmore, is one of the stars, a senior. And Bentz brings it right back outside. Sobey sets the screen for him. Now they will post up. Halderson gives it back out to Sobey, a rare 3, and it's there. Nathan Sobey, a 6'4" junior from Australia, came here by way of Coach East Junior College in Arizona, puts through his 17th 3 of the season, and the Cowboys are up by a tray.
And nice court vision by Halderson, the 6'9" post player. Had nice penetration down deep, but able to find the outside open man who drained it.
Schaefer, drive, shot not there, blocking foul called on Halderson.
Now the home crowd doesn't like the call. Let's take another look here. Yeah, he was not set. He was still moving. And a nice job there by Schaefer on the penetration, drawing the contact, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good call by the officials.
And going to the line will be Schaefer, a 74% free throw shooter. You look out there, Tom, at Halderson, who picked up that foul. He's played about as much here in the first half as he'll play throughout any particular game in the season. But because Nance has the 2 fouls, Washington appears to be injured. He's not been in for any other reason, we can assume. He's had to see action. Coming in is Conroy Baltimore, 44, back in the lineup, by the way, for Lehigh.
Yeah, and that's why postseason basketball is just so valuable. I mean, look at the head start this young man will have coming into next season just by the minutes he's logged here tonight in the first half.
Of course, Coach Chiat might be thrilled if they could go into the locker room tied or holding on to this lead with the way things are unfolding here. And a foul out front, it's on Lehigh.
Yeah, Gilmore, they got him throwing out the left arm there.
It's on Wyoming, rather.
Yeah, they got Gilmore on the personal foul. The official right there to make the call. Let's see if we can look at it. You see Gilmore tried. Oh, look at that. He threw the right arm, the elbow right to the chin of Mackie McKnight, the official, all over it. And he's lucky that wasn't something more serious assessed, because that was an elbow right to the chin.
The only good news for Wyoming on that is that's only the first on Gilmore, with so many of the stars on the bench with 2. The ball's knocked loose out of bounds. Good hustle by Wyoming, and doing that was Nathan Sobey.
And I think that's just a frustration foul. Gilmore started off so hot, the 14 early points on the 4 threes, and Mackie McKnight has really been hounding him defensively.
McKnight working on Gilmore. Griner sets a screen, now comes off that. DeRazio is back in the lineup. He's guarded by Grabo, takes it all the way in, other side, too strong.
Boy, that was a great drive by D'Orazio, just didn't finish, but I love the idea. He took it nice and strong with aggression.
Nice pass, back door for the jam. Sobey puts it down. Jack Ben set it up with a nice crisp assist.
And that was big for Wyoming. Timeout quickly, 22nd timeout, I think, called by Coach Reed. But Wyoming has really had nothing inside the last 5 or 6 minutes, and this was big. Look at the pass, splits the two defenders, and coming in for the dunk with authority was Sobey.
And that's something they haven't been able to do. On a high-low tonight, they've made more turnovers than it's worked, but that time it worked to perfection, and a beautiful assist from Jack Benz made that nice bounce pass right inside the Sobey.
And not only is it huge for Wyoming's confidence as Lehigh has cut into that double-digit lead, but you know, you saw the enthusiasm, the way that he yelled out after he scored. That just picks up the team. Great play by Sobey.
Join us tomorrow night. CBI action continues. Western Illinois at Purdue and Texas at Houston at 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern. Only here on Access TV. And with 1:22 to go, most people, probably even the Wyoming staff, would not have guessed they had put 35 points on the board already.
And if you'd have told the Wyoming staff that they were going to do this with Washington on the bench for almost the entire first half, they would say, we'll take it.
D'Orazio inside, going up is Knutson and draws the foul.
Nice pass to Knutson. He went up again strong. When he gets the ball inside, he's going up with authority.
Gets the double team, dishes it off. Coming over from the weak side to help out is Sobey and gets the foul.
Yeah, nice job by D'Orazio. Not only has D'Orazio scored some points tonight, but he's really been a leader with the assists.
Knutson now with 11 on the night, and Lehigh is within 1. Benz brings it in front court as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the first half. Gilmore working left side. Tries to get it inside, and a foul is called on McKnight.
I think they're going to get him on the floor there with the personal foul. So he'll be inbound and underneath the basket.
That's only the 5th team foul on Lehigh here in this first half. And in the lineup is Justin Goldsboro, who comes in to replace Knutson. Gilmore out front. Hot early, cooled off as of late. Graybo, we've not heard much from him from out front today.
Well, Wyoming can almost hold for the last shot.
And going down the lane was Gilmore and drawing the foul. That is the 16th foul. That's on Knight. That McKnight, that is only his first. And they'll inbounds just right of their basket. A 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Looking to get it inbounds. Were they able to? No. 5 seconds. Turnover Wyoming. And now Lehigh gets it. And a chance to hold down almost for the last second shot here.
Back for Lehigh, Knutson.
And Knutson comes back in.
Well, terrific first half of basketball. Lehigh got down early on the Gilmore torrid shooting, but Lehigh with that senior leadership hung in there, and now a chance to go into the locker room with the lead.
Knutson comes back in for offense. Interestingly, he has 2 personal fouls. Shot clock at 18, game clock at 20. McKnight content to work out front. Griner gives him a screen, he backs off. Now 8 seconds on the shot clock. Shot clock at 6. Down the lane, gives it over to Knutson, who puts it through. Great play by McKnight, the assist. Knutson, the basket. Lehigh has its first lead, and the midcourt shot not there for Graybo. And at the end of the first half, after trailing by as many as 10, trailing